Hi, I'm Ken Bianco and welcome to TrainWorldTV. Today we're here with MRC and Model Power, Walt and Adam, and I want to introduce my son Ken Jr. since he always forgets to introduce me. Today you got some great stuff here, all newer innovation stuff, but we're going to talk right now about these decoders and the decoder doctor. The decoder doctor, right? Okay. With all your decoders, you've been making them more and more realistic sounds. Everything is being to the next level. Everything's going 100% forward. The decoder doctor is something that will tell you what's wrong with your decoder, or something to reprogram your decoder.
So yes. Okay. Yes to both. The decoder doctor is a device we came up with based on our operating system for our Prodigy system. And what it is, it's a tool for easy programming. Some of our friendly competitors, their operating manuals to program stuff are this thick. With us, 95% of what you need to do is right here in the back of the unit. We want to keep it simple.
I like that it's on the back of it, so you never have to go look for a book. You just flip the thing, there it is. Yeah, great idea. Great idea.
What it does, it'll program any decoder, not just MRC decoders, but anybody's decoder. And so what I have here is a Soundtrax decoder. All right, it just plugs. It happens to be an 8-pin plug that's right in the front of the unit.
An MRA plug right on the front. It can also connect to the track.
Okay.
So you can test locomotives that are pre-installed.
I need my glasses.
Yeah, let me try. I'm a novice at this, for sure.
Got the Soundtrax decoder in. We're going to bring up the power. You should always plug in your pin, plug in your decoder before you power up the unit. Just the possibility of shorting out the decoder.
Yeah, good info.
Come to life.
As you see, it's come up to life. Now, something simple is changing the program address. It's a 3-step process. You hit program, address, you type in whatever address you want. This one factory defaults at 3. I'm going to put in 1, 2, 3, 4. Type in 1, 2, 3, 4, enter. You hear the system goes quiet. It's sending a signal to the decoder, and it'll come back up now when you change the address. It's now 1, 2, 3, 4. Now if I want to test that logo, I got to test logo, type in 1, 2, 3, 4, enter, and now I can, as you can see, change the speed, bring the speed back down, make sure the bell's working, the horn, whatever functions the particular decoder has will operate on this system.
Okay. I noticed that there's all a digital screen there that you can see everything pretty clearly. You may not see it from the camera there, but it definitely is very crystal clear on that.
Yeah, it's a backlit LED screen.
One thing I want to point out on this decoder doctor, this works on the engine on the track. You don't have to take the decoder out of the engine. If you have a loose decoder, you can test it, or if the engine is on the track, you can test it that way. It's just that simple.
But we do recommend that you do your testing on the program track as opposed to the main.
Okay.
Reason being, if you've got other locomotives out there, you forgot they're out there, you'll end up changing their information as well.
Gotcha.
So just as a safety factor, do the
set up your own
program track.
Program track. Good idea.
All right. Now, changing CVs. Now, on this particular decoder, I happen to know that the volume control is CV128. Very simple process. You program CV. I'm going to type in 1, 2, 8, enter, and now I'm going to change the CV value. And I'm going to make this lower. So I'm going to type in 40, enter. Again, it's sending the signal through the decoder. It's going to read it.
Now you hear how quiet it is?
Yep. And you hear, I don't know if you can hear the volume. I just changed the volume on the unit.
Okay.
Now, let's say customer comes in and says, my decoder's all messed up. There's something wrong with it. It's defective. Our studies have found that 99% of all decoders that come back for repair, there's nothing wrong with it.
Wow.
The customer has messed up the CV values. You know, we see it at shows. People come out and say, hey, my train will go forward, but it won't go backwards. You put on the decoder doctor, you find the CV for backwards. He's got it set at 0. Of course, it's not going to go anywhere. So to address that, you hit test loco, you hit system, 0, enter, and it's going to bring it back to its factory defaults.
Oh, wow.
It'll bring all the CV settings back. It takes a while because it's reading all the different CVs in this particular decoder. And then you'll notice that the volume will come back up to where we had it set before.
Interesting.
So one of the advantages, we also look at it for the customer, is that it's good for fleet management too. You know, changing up addresses on the locos, changing settings. You know, you don't have to go through a full, not that the Prodigy systems are complex, the Prodigy systems are some of the easiest systems out there, if
Yep,
not the
yeah,
easiest.
for sure, for
if
sure.
not the easiest. This is even a step further.
Mhm.
So they don't have to worry about any issues. They can make quick changes to things. They don't have to separate something or move it. They have it as a tool. You look at it as kind of like you're in your garage with your car and you got a diagnostic tool or
Right,
this
right,
is
right.
it.
Interesting.
As you can see, by bringing it back to factory defaults, the volume has come back up to where you had set it before.
Gotcha.
So, a 3-step process to change address, a 3-step process to change CV values.
Interesting.
And it's real simple to do.
We want to be very clear. You cannot operate a locomotive with this device on the track. It's got limited output.
Yeah.
So if you'll get the local, if you're testing it on the track, it'll move slowly, but you're not to try to run it full. It won't be able to do that. It was never intended for that.
Okay, gotcha. And you got the other systems for that. You got the Prodigy Elite for big layouts. This is a 10 amp capacity. And you got the Prodigy Advance, and you got Prodigy Explorer. And this is the decoder doctor right here. It's its own separate entity, and this is like calling the doctor on your trains. This will do the job.
Again, you could get all your MRC model power products at TrainWorld.com. Shop online 24/7 for all your DCC needs.